Today we're going to be using speedstep to create a tartan pattern. Speedstep is found in your programs. It's the student version, and then you want to open ProPainter. We want to open a new document, changing the resolution to 180. Make sure the paper size is A3 and click OK. Make the drawing pad full screen. Now you see at the bottom here, this is your colour palette. To change your colour palette, you need to click on this writing here and you will get a full selection of colours. To add them to your palette, click on one of these black squares, click on the colour you wish to use and then apply. And then to repeat the process again, click on the black square, find a colour you wish to use and apply. Now you'll see these black squares go on and on, so you can pick as many colours as you like. To create the tartan pattern, we're going to use this tool here, which is Draw Filled Rectangle, and we're just going to draw a selection of rectangles. Now I don't want any white in my tartan pattern, so I'm going to fill up these white spaces with a different colour. Once you have drawn all of your stripes, we're going to use this tool here, which is Select Rectangle. Now you need to use this to draw a rectangle inside your stripes. You don't want to go outside because that will include white in the pattern. So once you're happy with that, you want to go on Image and then Crop. Now this is a good opportunity to save your work. I recommend saving it onto the desktop because it's easier to find it, so I'm just going to save that as tartan pattern. Now I've got these stripes, I'm going to go down to the bottom of the screen and select this black and white tool, which is called Yarn Dye. Now I need to tell the program which colours I have used, so I've used this yellow, this blue, this reddy colour and this blue here. So the warp here represents the vertical stripes in your tartan pattern. If you click on weft, this represents the horizontal stripes. Mask allows you to upload a weave into your tartan pattern. So you can choose any you like. You can see there are many different ones. I'm going to use the herringbone and the small. Now if you click on Yarn Dye, this gives you a preview of your tartan pattern. As you'll see, all of these squares are perfectly similar in size. If you want to have it slightly different, you can go back into Warp and change these values. Now I recommend not going above 0.5 because it doesn't look as good. So just randomly add the values in and you'll see that the width of the stripes changes. If you click on weft, do the same, just change the values. And then when you go back to Yarn Dye, you'll see it's much more random. If you're not happy with the way it looks, so I think this vertical stripe is too thick, go back to Warp and it's this colour, and I want to change that to make it slightly smaller. Now I'm much happier with that, so I'm going to click Apply and then Done. Save that once again. And then we're going to close down this program. We're going to open a new document, change the resolution to 180 again, and click OK. Make that full screen. Now we're going to merge two files together. So we're going to do File, Merge. Within your libraries, there is a SpeedStep file. I want you to select Samples, then Styles, then you can choose whatever you like from here. So I'm going to go for children's wear. I'm going to pick a dress. Now you can preview the dresses. It shows you a front of the dress and the back of the dress. That's why there are two dresses within the selection. I'm going to click Open. All files that you open in SpeedStep always go to the top left hand corner. Because I'm going to merge another file in, and that will also be merged into the top left hand corner, I'm just going to move the dresses over. Now you'll also notice there is a selection box around the dresses. Now this will stop you doing anything else until you deselect it. So to deselect, you want this yellow cross, which is called Clear Selection. You see when I click that, the selection box disappears. So to merge the second file, we want to select File, Merge, and I want my tartan pattern from the desktop. Click OK. And there's my tartan pattern. I'm just going to shrink it slightly by clicking on the black box in the corner. Now you'll see it's still selected, which means I can move the tartan pattern, so I'm going to drag it over the dress. Now by clicking on this icon down here, the red and blue, called Fill Pattern, when I double click on the tartan pattern, it will fill the dress. Now it fills each section individually. So now you'll see there is still a selection box around the dress. If I just drag that up to the top section, click on Fill Pattern again, double click here and it should fill the top of the dress. Once again, you've still got this selection box. I'm happy with my dress as it is, so I'm going to use the Clear Selection tool to get rid of that box. Now if I want to fill this band with another colour, you can select the colour from the bottom of the page and fill it using this Fill Colour bucket tool. Or by using the Pick Colour tool, you can select the colour from the dress to make sure that you've got the correct colour. Then click on Fill Colour and it automatically fills with that colour. And if you zoom out, there is your dress. Now it looks a little bit distorted when you zoom in, but there you are, there's your finished tartan dress.